I never imagined that an anniversary could turn into a moment that would change my life forever. I sat at that expensive restaurant, watching my wife and daughter laugh, completely oblivious to the storm brewing inside me. We had been married for 20 years. 2 decades of love, sacrifices, and building a family together. But somewhere along the way, something had shifted. My wife, Claire, no longer looked at me the way she used to. My daughter, Emily, who once clung to me, now barely acknowledged my presence. I thought maybe I was overthinking it. Maybe this dinner would remind us of what we had. I had even prepared a one special that I would show them just how much I cared. Little did I know the moment I handed over that small box, my world would shatter. Claire barely glanced at before pushing it aside. Not now, she said dismissively, sipping her wine. I forced a smile. Come on, open it. It's something special. She sighed, rolling her eyes. God, you're so desperate for attention. I blinked. What? Emily, my 17-year-old daughter, smirked. Mom, he probably bought it from some clearance sale. They laughed and something inside me cracked. I spent a lot of time thinking about this, I said, trying to keep my voice steady. Claire scoffed. You have a lot of time, don't you? Since you're jobless and all. Emily chuckled. Yeah, Dad. We don't need your cheap gifts. Take it and get out. I stared at them, my heart pounding. Jobless, cheap, unwanted. These were the people I had worked myself for. Claire had quit her job 10 years ago because she wanted to focus on family. I had supported that. I had done everything to give them a comfortable life. And now I was just an inconvenience. I leaned back in my exhaled slowly and chuckled. Claire narrowed her eyes. What's so funny? I gestured toward the box. You really should open it. She scoffed, but finally reached for it. As she untied the ribbon and flipped open, I watched closely, waiting for reality the moment would slap her in the face. The moment her fingers touched the papers, she froze. Her face went pale. Emily leaned over, confused. What is it, Mom? Claire's hands trembled as she pulled the house deed, the investment accounts, the savings, everything. Her voice came out in a whisper. This is. I nodded. The house is in my name. The accounts, all mine. The business you thought I lost, thriving. Claire's lips parted, but no words came out. Emily frowned. What does that mean? I turned to my daughter, feeling an ache in my chest. It means, sweetheart, that your mother has been living she doesn't own, spending money that isn't hers. And I'm done. Claire shot up from her chair, panic flashing across her face. Wait, we can talk about this. I tilted my head. Talk about what? How you insulted me. How you belittled me in front of our daughter. How you assumed I was because nothing. I chose to step back from corporate life. Her breath hitched. I didn't mean. Oh, you meant every word. I cut in, my voice sharp. And that's the problem. Emily folded her arms. So what, you're just gonna leave us? I let out a bitter laugh. You both left me a long time ago. The reality of my words seemed to hit Emily. For the first time that she looked uncertain. Claire, on the other hand, was desperate. You can't do this. This is our home. I shook my head. No, Claire. This was our home. But I refuse to stay where I'm not respected. I stood up, tossing a few bills on the table. Enjoy your dinner. As I walked away, my phone buzzed. A call from Claire. Then another and another. For the first time in years, I let them all go to voicemail. I spent the next few days at ignoring their calls. Claire left dozens of messages, her tone shifting from anger to desperation. Then came the texts. Please, let's talk. You don't understand, I was just frustrated. Emily is crying. She misses you, I made a mistake. Please come home, but I didn't respond. Not until I was ready. When I finally walked back into Claire my was house, waiting in the living room, her eyes red and swollen. Emily sat beside her looking uncertain, guilt flickering in her expression. Claire jumped up. You're back. I held up a hand. I'm here to talk. That's all. She swallowed hard. Okay. Let's talk. I sat down, taking a deep breath. Tell me, Claire, why did you treat me like that? She opened her mouth, then closed it. Tears spilled down her cheeks. I don't know, I was just angry. You were home all the time. And I shook my head. You assumed I was nothing. Without a corporate job. You thought I had no value. Emily spoke up, her voice small. I'm sorry, Dad. I turned to her. Do you even know what I do all day, Emily? She hesitated. I smiled sadly. Exactly. You assumed I did nothing, just like your mother. Claire sobbed. I was wrong. I was so wrong, I exhaled. I loved you, Claire. But love without respect is nothing. She grabbed my hands. Please. We can fix this, I pulled away. I don't think we can. I moved out the next week. Claire kept calling, kept begging. But I knew it was over. Emily visited me once, and I could see the guilt in her eyes. I miss you, Dad. I smiled. I miss you too, kiddo. But I hope you've learned something from this. She nodded slowly. I have. As I watched her leave, I realized something. For years, I had given everything to people who saw me as disposable. But I wasn't. I was more than my job, more than a paycheck. I was a man who deserved respect, and I would never settle for less again.